Footium family, and welcome to episode 7 of my Rags to Riches story. The big news this week is that the KTC City Group has been formed with the acquisition of a second club. Godbury Villa in Division 6 will now be a feeder club for the mighty Crow City as they rise up the divisions. It will serve as a great training base for our next batch of Wonder Kids and the oldies that no longer fit the ethos of Crow City. Having a second club is a must in my opinion, so smash that like button for me if you have more than one club, and let's fly straight into this episode and find out why I think it's such a good idea. Right, if you're new here, then pause the screen and read the basics and then message me, as I can get you a few players for free if you sign up through me. Giggity giggity. Okay, so it was time to expand my footprint in the world of Footium by purchasing a second club. This has led to the creation of the Chris Talks Crypto City Group, where Crow City will always be the flagship team. Godbury Villa is the first of what will eventually be 3 feeder clubs. The end game is to have 4 clubs with 1 in each of the Footium funnels, so they all rise up the divisions without crossing paths. So what do I mean by Footium funnels? Well, let's take a look at the pyramid. As you can see, the Footium pyramid is split into 4 funnels, therefore I want a club in each funnel so they never cross paths unless I reach the dizzy heights of Division 2. So currently Crow City sit in Division 7, League 34, which puts them in the 3rd funnel. So if you have a club in that league, or Div 6, League 17, or Div 5, League 9, or Div 4, League 5, there's a good chance you're going to face the Mighty Crows at some point in the future, so you'd better be ready. Godbury Villa are in Division 6 League 4, which puts them in the 1st funnel, so that's the odd numbers all ticked off. At some point in the future, I'll be buying a club that slots into the 2nd and 4th funnels, which completes the blueprint I'm setting out to achieve. This way I can give each club my all without ever worrying about them ending up in the same league. I also want 4 competitive clubs so that I've got 4 decent academies to choose from each season. Talking of academies, I haven't looked at mine yet because I wanted to reveal them for this video. So let's hand you over to our scouting department and see what talent they've got for us this season. And I'm praying that I get lucky and have a rare player, which is always going to be the dream. Right, over to you, Chris. Thank you, Chris, and welcome everyone to this season's Academy reveal. Hopefully we have some decent talent to add to the KTC City Group this season, although all hopes are pinned on the Godbury Villa Academy. With Crow City sitting in Division 7, I'm not expecting anything amazing, so let's get that one out of the way first and see what we've got. Okay, the moment of truth. Come on, give me a rare, give me a rare. Give me a rare. The bottom one. Nah, no rare. Okay, what have we got? A load of tosh by the looks of it. Nothing decent whatsoever. Don't use right midfielder. Don't use right winger. That centre forward doesn't get to silver. Neither does that one. Come on. Something good down here. Another right winger. That's rubbish. I don't use right winger. And the goalkeeper doesn't get to silver either. Oh my god, what a horrible academy. Oh well, that is what you get for Division 7. So let's go and look at Godbury Villa as they're in Division 6, and fingers crossed for something a bit better. Okay, so the moment of truth for Godbury Villa. Come on. No rare again. God damn it. Okay, what have we got? Right winger I don't use. He doesn't even get to silver. Attacking midfielder don't really use. Okay, at least that centre forward, he gets well above silver, so that's decent. And the goalkeeper, he gets to silver as well. Okay, that's not too bad. And then down here, another goalkeeper and a DM and a centre back, so at least he gets to silver as well. Okay, well, nothing amazing again, nothing to get excited about, but At least there's a couple of silver options there, so something to work with. Right, that is the academy reveal for this season, so I'm definitely owed one, I think. So hopefully next season it's a lot better. And let's go and make some signings and see what we end up with as the final roster for season 8. Okay, so first up, let's take a look at the Crow City squad for season 8. As you can see, we've got Somali Yao, which is my rare centre forward. So hopefully he's going to have a brilliant season this season, because I was a little bit disappointed with his output last season. We've got Andrew Ibrahim, one of the top scorers, all-time top scorers for Crow City. And then Kunjung Jung, which was the centre mid that Greek kindly sold me, and he's been an absolute gem. So a couple of 50s and then a few 40s. So I've got plenty of players that I need to get up to bronze. So as you can see, lots of 39s, 38s, 37s. Need to get all those up to bronze this season. I've scouted my league and I feel like it is winnable. So I will be going for the top spot in League 34 Division 7. And then lastly, we've just got a few filler players which will hopefully do the business in a Division 7 team. And we shall find out very soon. Okay, so let's move on to Godbury Villa. And as you can see here, I've gone a lot stronger with this team because they're in Division 6 and I really want to win it and pick up some decent prize money. However, my scouting of the league thinks that realistically I'm going to have to settle for third place, because there's one monster team and there's another very, very decent team. And I've got the monster team first game of the season and I've got the decent team second game of the season. So if I can pick any points up off those fixtures, it'll be a great start. As you can see, my top defender, Ramon Arias, is playing his last season for us, which is a shame. Duncan Hall, my super left wing back, he's been an absolute gem as well. And then on the left forward position, we've got Omar. So my big signing, Koulibaly NZ, hoping to get him levelled up to silver very quickly and then push him on to gold over the next few seasons. Another gem of a buy was Mariano Troncoso, and he's a defensive midfielder and a centre-back, so I'm going to put him in the coaching so that both of those get up to gold. And then plenty of other players in the low 40s, so again, I'm going to have to get those up to the, get 2 or 3 points added to their rating, and hopefully we'll be able to compete in Div 6. Lots of players there that I can also get up to bronze this season. So I'm just hoping that I have a good season, get promotion, and then Div 5 is going to be a lot harder, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so let's move on and look at additions to the group. We've got a nice centre back that gets up to 56, so that's a nice cheap mint, which I was absolutely loving for £6.36. And then the other 3, I did a swapsy with one of my buddies. He wanted the silver goalkeeper that was in my academy, and I wanted these 3 that were in his academies. So yeah, we did a swap and some ETH on the side. So some great additions here. I've got another centre-back, Jorg Raquelme. His 3 stats are all the same. So again, he's a prime candidate for the coaching, and that way he'll be a DM and a CB. And then if I ever want to go 4 at the back for some reason, he'd be my left back as well. And then the other 2, I need a decent silver AM. Left forward is another position that I was lacking last season, so good to pick up another silver potential in that position. Right, let's move on and look at some other signings. Carlos Valente, he was another mint from my academy, as was Mustafa Marzouk. So again, both silver potential players. I needed DMs because I want to swap formation that has a DM and wing backs. So I want to be able to swap to that when I can. So I needed to bring some DMs in this season as I didn't previously have any. And then it's always good to get another centre forward. And then the big signing this summer was Mariano. and he was an absolute bargain. For some reason on the transfer market he was 0.05 Ethereum, and the next cheapest guy was 0.09 Ethereum. So to me it was a no-brainer, as again I'm going to put him through the coaching section of training so that both of those ratings get up to gold. So I'll have gold centre back and a gold defensive midfielder. So really happy to have picked him up at what I think was a very, very decent price. Right, that wraps up another episode in the rise of Crow City FC. So don't forget to use Full-Time Whistle. It's a brilliant website. The guy that's designed this has done a brilliant job, and he's, kudos to him and thank you to him for all the time he spends on this, because it is literally an awesome website for any Footium manager. So make sure you're using it, explore it. There's loads on there, and it will make you a better manager, and you'll build a much better squad because of it. Right, everyone, look forward to the new season. It's not far away now, so let's get back into it and have an awesome June.